Hello, hello. All right, so I've got a really important message I want to send to you today. Stop limiting yourself from all the resources you need, and stop thinking that there's a point of end where you should not need to keep working on yourself. It's amazing to me how we have a very limiting view of our transformation over time. So as you age, your body changes without your consent. I've shared that on many videos. Your body's not going to come knocking on the door and say, hey, is it okay if you kind of start going into perimenopause now? Is it okay if these changes start to occur? Not going to do that. Just like it didn't come to you when you started going through puberty as a teenager. It just did its thing, right? So your body's changing. On top of that, your constant knowledge and view of the world changes. As you mature and age and as you grow, the things you might have liked at a younger age or things you did might fall away. You're changing, right? So you're changing mentally, you're changing intellectually, you're changing with your education, your body is changing. So what I find fascinating is that I will have women tell me, like if they're filling out my coaching intake form, I've already spent so much money and time on this problem, I'm almost hesitant to try and do something else. Think about that. How can we be hesitant to work on ourselves when we're constantly growing, changing, aging, learning, having different perspectives, interests? Like you're almost saying like there should have been one lesson, one moment where you mastered it all and it was a one and done kind of thing. And this is the beauty of life. You're a changing person in the world that is changing, and you are adapting constantly. So why should you ever believe that the one time you signed up for this, it should have fixed you? It should have made it crystal clear. You should be done. Just as soon as that happens, your body changes on you. So now you got to learn a whole new set of lessons. What I want to encourage you is not to withhold things from yourself because you have a false belief of how this should look. It shouldn't look like Susie had a weight issue, Susie went to this place, Susie learned all the lessons Susie needed, now she's free and she's happy for the rest of her life. That doesn't work, you know that. That's not logical. So why do we say these things? Why do we say, oh, I'm counting calories, I'm doing really well, and I also want to join the gym, but the guy at the gym is telling me I got to do macros? Say, no, thank you. Say, you know what, I'm tracking calories, but you know what I'd really like from you? I'd really like some workout plans. I'd really like someone to kind of go over weightlifting techniques. You can pick and choose, cherry pick, if you will, the things you want, but you can keep adding things to your basket of support. You don't have to say, well, no, he's going to tell me I got to do macros. I'm not going to do that. No, do the things that work for you. If sitting in a support group for weight loss helps you, and you've got a trainer and you've got a weight loss coach, and you always say, why can't you pay money to go sit in a room with other people, have community there in person? Why would you withhold that from yourself? Well, I'm not doing their program, so I can't do that. Why? Why can't you have it all? You have to change your mindset about this. Instead of saying, I don't deserve this, this is too much, I haven't learned my lesson yet, so thus I'm not worthy. That makes literally no sense. You're never going to learn this lesson. There is no lesson to learn. You're going to morph through time. As you morph through time and change and grow and body changes and lifestyle changes, I mean, that's a whole other thing I didn't even mention. As you age and retire, I see a huge amount of my coaching clients come to me in retirement. They're learning a whole new way of life. For like 30 plus years, they worked a 9-to-5 job. They now don't have said 9-to-5 job. So is it they should have already understood how to do that? No. You've got to learn. And I just see women really limiting themselves. And I'm sure some men do this too. Really limiting themselves based on their quote unquote past failures, the amount of money they spent, the amount of times they tried to fix this issue. And they're really looking at it through the wrong lens. They're saying they should have at some point had everything click and it should be done. And I am here telling you, 10 years out of losing my weight, that is totally not true. I'm constantly learning, constantly changing my viewpoint on things, constantly growing and morphing in my own journey. I buy books, I listen to lectures. I do different things to educate myself because I want to learn more stuff. As I change, I want to know better information. We all should be working on this. There's never a point at which you should be done. And we use that as a way to cage ourselves. Well, you haven't gotten it yet. Look at all these things you've done. Those things may not have been the right things for you. Keep working at it. Keep trying. Don't limit yourself. Don't hesitate to get the gym guy if it helps you. Just tell him you don't want to do the calories or the macros or whatever it is he's pushing. If you want to go sit in the weight loss support group because you like seeing other people's faces and talking to people, go do that. Do your own thing with your food. You don't have to do it all. You can pick and choose, but don't limit yourself and say, well, I can't do that because this, that, and the other. No, give yourself the tools and the opportunities to learn, grow, and change. And as you feel you are moving away from those things, let them go and don't hesitate to bring in new things, but don't feel like at some point this should have all clicked for you. It doesn't work that way. I see learning and changing as a very, very slow process over time. Most people do not wake up in the morning going from their old behaviors to a new set of behaviors effortlessly and fluidly overnight. They don't. It takes months, if not years. So I want to encourage you to look at this totally differently. Don't withhold things from yourself for punishment for not having done it before. Realize you're constantly changing, so thus you're going to have to learn as you go. This process won't be done. Learning about you, learning about your body, learning about your likes and your dislikes, learning how to change and modify habits as your lifestyle changes. All of that is continual through the course of your life. Now, when it stops, you're dead, so you don't have to worry about it after that. But for right now, you do. And so I want to encourage you not to hesitate to put in your toolbox the things that work for you. It's not a bad thing to say, this works for me here, this works for me there. Put it all together and don't think you should have had it all click at some point. That's not how it really works. So I hope this video gets to you. I hope you're having a great day. Please like and subscribe, share the videos with people who might get benefit from it. And I just want you to remember that you are worth the investment. It's you're investing in yourself. Think of it, your education. You're investing in your ability to become better over time. It's not a one and done kind of thing. You should never have spent $500, $800, whatever on this one thing and it should have fixed you. It doesn't work that way. It truly is slow evolving over time. And it's a willingness to continue to invest in your own education, to invest in your own process and progress, and to be willing to be patient with yourself. You know, if you had a kid who couldn't ride a bike or write his name or whatever, you wouldn't go, oh my gosh, I spent X amount of dollars on this bike, or, I got you that special pencil or whatever. You should be done by now. What's taking so long? You'd be like, okay, maybe we need to give him some additional help. Maybe we need to get him into a class. Maybe we need to practice more, right? You would have a different attitude. Have that with yourself. All right, guys, you have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.